This is Micah 2:1. And it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. All right. And we have a situation where we're going to go to Psalm where it says Psalm 64:8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And this is a situation that we have with this video you're about to see on TikTok with this police officer talking about Henderson, Nevada. So we're going to let this video play all the way through and we'll get some scripture.
Part 2 of this video, and I'll post the court part 2 of this video. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Unless you are white or LDS, the city of Henderson, Nevada does not want you here. It is undeniable that the city of Henderson is ruled by the powerful LDS church. The people that work inside this building, DAs, city attorneys, judges, elected constable, and in that building back there, the city of Henderson councilmen, they're either white or LDS. And for the most part, people of the Mormon faith are great people. It's only the people that are in positions of power and authority that are within the Mormon faith who are true scumbags. So why is it important? As a sworn marshal for the city of Henderson and this court, I work closely with city attorneys, judges, and DAs. And let me tell you, when they go off the record, the things they say is disgusting. Prosecutors have a tool called prosecutorial discretion, which they can lawfully and legally pick who they want to charge and who they don't want to charge. And let me just tell you that minorities are always drawing the short stick. In the city of Henderson, Nevada, a minority cannot get a fair trial, and they are constantly being racially profiled by the Henderson Police Department. Check out part 2 of this video, and I'm going to show you how the Henderson Police Department investigated a crime, a felony, of a theft of more than $5,000 but less than $25,000. Through the Henderson Police Department's investigation, they determined that probable cause existed that a felony had been committed. So the HPD submitted an affidavit for a warrant to the DA's office. The Clark County DA, based upon the probable cause investigation from the Henderson Police Department, brought forth a complaint. The case was assigned to Judge Samuel Bateman of the Henderson Justice Court. Yep, you guessed it, a Mormon. Judge Samuel Bateman was a former DA for Clark County, and he's very powerful within Clark County. So he read the report, he read the affidavit for warrant, and he told the DAs to go ahead and just look it over once again. So the Clark County DA's office did, and guess what? At the very next hearing, the state filed a motion to drop all charges and dismiss the case. And guess what? Samuel Bateman granted that motion. This is just a clear example of systemic racism within the city of Henderson, Nevada. If you're white or LDS, you get a pass. But if you're a minority, you can't get a fair trial. And that's facts. Catch part 2 of this video.
It doesn't get more blatant than that. This man is telling you the inner workings of the judicial system of Henderson, Nevada. He's flat out told you Jake does not get a fair shake. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. But nonetheless, and that's just the reality. That is the condition of the battle that we are in as far as it comes to being in this country. Babylon the snake, or also known as America. And this is why let me go get that Micah 2:1 again. All right. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And why is it in the power of their hand? Because as we all know, according to Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? This is why bad Uncle Esau has the power to distort the law to his benefit, is because he's in power. And because he's in power, he can create the outcomes that he desires. Okay. As the man just said, all right, this was one of his Edomite colleagues. It's like, let's sweep that one under the rug. Tyrone, Craig, John, Tay, and Man. Yeah. Well, let's put charges on them. Timothy, Beth Ann, nah. Let them go. This is happening every day where Jakes are at. They are getting exploited and abused at every level of the judicial system. And see, the scripture tells us that respect person. And all of those are pretty good. But I'm going to get the Leviticus 1 in Leviticus. Leviticus 19 and 15. All right. It says, ye shall not do unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Let's get that word respect. Thou shalt not respect. Leviticus 19. Let's see. Thou shalt not.
Strong's H5375. Nasa.
Says to live, to bear up, carry, take. To bear, carry, support, sustain, endure. To take away, carry off. To be taken away, be carried off. To lift up, exalt, support, aid, assist. To desire. Okay. So thou shalt not assist the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Now let me get that in the New Linear and see how they do this. The New Linear says, do not twist justice in legal matters by favoring the poor or being partial to the rich and powerful. Always judge people fair. Ooh. And you see, that's what bad Uncle Esau does. What did that man say? They have a process called, let me get that again. Nobody don't want to see doo-doo by. Let's see.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Prosecutors have a tool called prosecutorial discretion.
Let's get that.
According to Find Law, in criminal law, prosecutors hold a crucial power known as prosecutorial discretion. It allows them the authority to make important decisions at different stages of a case, such as determining whether to press charges, negotiating plea bargains.
So they use this prosecutorial discretion to their benefit by saying, you know what? Our counterparts,
Which they can
our counterparts can receive charges and get the maximum penalty for these charges, while we, on the other hand, we get charged for nothing. We get to go scot-free. And this is why the scripture also tells us in Psalms that they are not trouble as other men. Psalm 73:5. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Right? Because seeing as the earth has been given into their hands and they can practice all these things without consequences, they have no fear of consequences because they make the rules. And this is why we have this concept called white when it's not white. It's Edomite privilege. This is why you have all these Edomites walking around like they shit don't stink, because they know when they do something that is against the law, they know that they're not going to get punished like any other nation, especially if you Jake. I'm going to skip to verse 8. It says, they are corrupt. Why? Because they pervert justice. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And how are they speaking wickedly? By using that, what was that? Prosecutorial discretion. Okay? This is how they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, pridefully, very haughty like. Because they know they're not going to suffer the full consequences of any action. They know that this whole system works in favor from them from the top to the bottom and everything in between. And this is why they can be so nonchalant in ruining the lives of people, because they don't care. Like he said, if you're not an Edomite or what LD, I think that's probably short for Latter-day Saints or whatever the case may be. He's like, if you're not any one of them, you through. You completely through. And see, this is why the scripture tells us that we have to arise and depart. I think that's in Micah. Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not our rest, because this is a place that was meant for us to serve hardcore captivity. This is not a rest, because you have places like Henderson, Nevada, and many other cities and small counties like this across the United States, purposely drafting legislation, purposely manipulating the law to favor them and punish Jake at every given moment. This is why this is not our rest, is because we are not going to get a fair shake. As long as the wicked bad Uncle Esau is in control, we are not going to get a fair shake. We are not going to get any righteous judgment. We are not going to have a system where it's going to be unbiased. We are not going to have a system where somebody of a different nation, especially bad Uncle Esau, is going to be sympathetic toward our plight. That shit is not going to happen at all. And this is why the scripture tells us, and I might end it on this one. I've been getting this one out lately. I forgot how it's worded. Ecclesiastes 10:4. All right. And it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh. Right. All right. The precept to that is in Daniel. All right. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he gives it to whoever so he pleases. All right. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that one that is profitable is Yahweh Shai. Because when Yahweh Shai comes back, all right, destroying all the mountains and hills, taking them crowns off the people in authority, okay, we're going to have a world that's under the rulership and the mentality of Yahweh Shai, which means that we're going to have a world that's ruled under the law, statutes, and commandments, as the Lord's Prayer says, on earth as it is in heaven. So we're going to have a new era, a new age of eternal righteousness. All right. We're going to have a system where everybody is going to get a fair shake. It's not going to be, well, because your dad is the senator, you know, we're going to see if we can get you out of this DUI where you killed somebody. All right. We're not going to have a system where you did some construction work for somebody and this guy knew he didn't have the money to pay, so he shortchanged you, and now he's trying to dip off on the rest of the tab. See, none of that shit's going to be happening when Yahweh Shai comes back. When Yahweh Shai sets up the kingdom, everything will be judged in righteousness, and nobody will ever have to worry about if things go south or if there's ever any type of discrepancy or disagreement as far as a injustice or infraction, as far as it comes to law or possessions or anything like that. Nobody has to worry about being defrauded, because in the kingdom, everybody is going to have a fair deal. So that's all I want to say on this. Hope you all were edified. To the next time, we're going to say shalom.